is before us. And that brings us to the third sign you may be living in legalism and not in God's grace. And that is when you're having a judgmental attitude towards others. And a sign of this is that you quickly notice other people's flaws or lack of discipline and compare your spirituality to theirs. The deeper root of this often comes from trying to prove your worth by being better than someone else. It's self-justification, which is the foundation of legalism. And woo, I I am so guilty of this because earlier in my walk with God, I would look at people and be like, ooh, they cussing, or she had sex before a marriage, or, stuff like that. And then I would think of myself as better than these people because I wasn't doing it. But my heart, clearly my heart wasn't in the right place. Clearly I was judging those people, and I still had pride. My ego was still blown up. And so God is saying that, yeah, they might be doing, like, cussing is a sin and having sex before me is a sin, but that does you no good to judge my people. I've taught you to have grace. I've taught you to humble yourself and not see yourself as superior than them. Because think about it. If I'm criticizing somebody for cussing and I'm thinking that I'm better than them, like, what does that show you about my heart? You know what I'm saying? That makes me just as guilty as they are, just as sinful as they are, because of my heart, because of where my heart is. Just because their sin is flashy and you see it and you hear it doesn't mean that I'm in better regards, because my heart is trying to judge them. My heart is trying to condemn them. An example God shows us with this is that you begin to act more like the Pharisees than like Jesus. So we're going to go to Luke 18:11. This is the Pharisees talking. They said, God, I thank you that I am not like other men. And so this person, the Pharisee, thought that they were so righteous, that they were so above reproach, that they were like, God, I thank you that I'm not like men. When God wants us to humble ourselves, and clearly this man had an ego that was so big. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. God had to check me on this real quick.